All right, you guys, time to get out the coloring, drawing, art making utensils. It is time to draw something fun.
And I know you mentioned sharing. This is a really good time of the show to share, to say, I saw last week so many people said, come draw with me. So thank you to all of you who did that. I looked at them later and I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, and we're excited to share some of the art creations from last week in a little bit. But first, let's get down to business here. Let's see, we're going to draw, first of all, we're going to draw a little oval towards the top of the paper. Okay. And you're going to draw another small oval in the middle of it. Okay. Now I'm going to draw, this is going to be sort of a circular shape. But again, better, I've said this before, it's almost better if it's not completely
perfect
circular. Yeah, it's because this is like a real thing. And perfection doesn't usually happen in nature. Like there's not straight lines and perfect circles oftentimes. So there's your little well, it's going to be a peach. It's probably pretty obvious. Now I'm going to draw a little wavy line up at the top like this with a little stem in there, okay? And then now this is not just an ordinary peach. This is a transcendent peach because why settle for a regular peach? So this peach has a little halo, and then we're going to draw a little line out here like this, and a little line out here like this. And then I'm going to draw 3 little bumps. 1, 2, 3. And what do you know? This peach has wings.
Aw, so
now
cute.
It also's got a little face.
Classic
and of
smile.
course, you can make your face however you want. Now, here's where we're going to have a little bit of fun here. I accidentally put everything in the color layer, so I'm going to move this.
By the way, the artwork behind us, I don't know that you mentioned that earlier, did you? It says the peach that transcends all understanding.
Yeah, so it really started out as kind of a jokey thing, you know, referencing the Bible verse of the peace that transcends all understanding. And so this idea of this otherworldly peach, right? All right, so what I'm going to start here with this. Now, this could be a good thing if you have paint or colored pencil. You're going to do things a little bit differently. And because I have this app called Procreate, which is what I'm using right now, there's a link in the show notes. There should be for this, I think. I'm going to start with an orange. Now, if you were using crayons or colored pencil, you probably would start with yellow, and then you would work up orange, and then you would work up red. But I started with a middle tone of orange, and you'll see what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to take a slightly reddish color, and I'm going to just, what's cool about this is you don't have to, you can just kind of come up with some little shapes here, because a peach has different colors and different shapes that come in there. It's not all one color. And now I'm going to pick this orange again. I'm going to do a little bit yellowish. And same thing, I'm just going to put some colors in here. Now again, if you're drawing with marker or crayon or colored pencil, which is a different type of medium, obviously you would start with lighter colors and build up darker, because you can't do a dark color and then put a lighter color over the top of it. It's not going to work as good. So I'll just do like little shadings here of these different colors and blend them together a little bit. And you can kind of see it's kind of coming to have that sort of organic, peachy color. And there's like, you know, little highlights, okay? So again, no really wrong way to do this. Just kind of go with how you want. You tell me about that Bob Ross. We watched a really cool Bob Ross documentary the other day.
What was that on Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and it was about an hour. We watched as a family a Bob Ross documentary, and I am so happy we did. I just, you know, you kind of think you know a few things about somebody, but then when you see a documentary, it totally puts it in context. And what a cool guy. We were all, I think the kids were just so impressed. Talk about mentors. He was 52 years old when he passed away. So that was a little bit of an eye opener.
I didn't realize he was that young.
I think, and he also, the other big takeaway is that he hated his hair. It became a trademark that he knew his brand needed to kind of have consistency, but he hated it.
Yeah, once he became kind of a household name with that hair, and then like they said they had art products with that logo of his face printed on it. It was kind of, that is how it went. Okay, so as Kim was talking, I added in a little bit of color. Now here is probably going to be my favorite tip of the night. And the number one way to make anything more whimsical, in my opinion, is to make it look like it's floating, especially inanimate objects. So one of my tips for this is to take a color that is slightly darker than the background. All right. Just a little bit darker. All right. Doesn't matter what color background you have. So if you're just drawing on white, it would be a real light gray. If you're drawing on yellow, it would be a little bit darker yellow, right? In this case, I've got blue. And so I've got a little darker blue. And I'm just going to draw an oval underneath of it and color it in. And that automatically makes it look like it's floating.
How simple is that?
Very simple little trick.
I just want to draw a whole bunch of fruit floating now.
And immediately now that peach looks amazing.
Right.
And, you could put some little lines in here.
I like the connection between the floating halo and then the fact that he's elevating. And
yeah. So try that on any of your drawings where you're just drawing things, is put that little drop shadow under it. And again, it looks more realistic if it's subtle, right? Just a little bit darker than the background color. Looks a little bit more realistic that way. But here you go. Here is a Transcendent peach, which I know everyone was dying to learn how to draw.
Definitely.